Hey everybody, it's Chris and Tony back for season 3 of the TigerSox reviews for the Blue Collar Bear Gourmet.
Do you remember us?
Do you remember us? This is actually the first post-heart attack TigerSox review. So glad to have survived my heart attack, my quadruple bypass surgery.
I've got the pads just off camera here.
Clear,
Boom! Drink your beer.
So the thing is, if you get to say clear, then the person explodes, So
the bottle explodes and
yeah.
you wasted a beer and we're going to be mad at you.
Precisely. But we are back, and Tony's going to be leaving for Venice very soon.
Yeah, I'm leaving
I'm
in
hoping
9 days.
that
Not California.
sometime in the next month or so, with the freight being what it is, to get like a wooden box full of great Italian beers, coming from you guys. So
Well, we're only going to be there 7 days, so
you get 6
I
days
don't
to
know
search for beers.
I don't know what to expect as far as bottle shops, breweries. I think there are 2 breweries in Venice.
See, I believe that there's going to be one of those pleasantly surprised things. Like you're just going to wander in and find some wonderful place, and there's going to be a really nice proprietor who speaks perfect English and helps you ship all the stuff back.
I just figured I'm going to get a course in wine and become kind of a wine drinker for 7 days.
True.
Why would I not have a bunch of wine in Venice, And Florence, we're going to have one day in Florence as well. So, but I'll be back in October 10th to the 17th, and today's the 1st. So, yay, October.
Yay, October 1st.
And in other news, congrats, because it is
Speaking
the
of
TigerSox
October,
series.
yeah.
Let's get this over with. This team is horrible, sucks, lousy. Check the standings on ESPN.com if you don't believe me. And then these guys just won the division title for the 2nd year in a row. So, yay.
Yay.
And welcome back from our heart attack. Yay.
And today's beer is another Hoosierbeer brought to us by our man, Mr.
Mysterious beer,
Six.
yes, Chris.
It is from Flat 12 Brewing, which is in Jeffersonville, Indiana.
We have nothing
And
to show you.
unfortunately, I did not. I don't know where Jeffersonville is, so I don't know whether it's close to Indianapolis or Gary or anything like that. But it is Flat 12 Brewing. Chris says that he goes to a shop. I'm really angry at myself for having lost the note that he sent along with this, because I was going to give a shout out to the bottle shop that hooks Chris up. But anyway, it is a labelless beer. He believes it to be porter, and we're just going to have to crack the top and see. Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing on here. As I was doing this, I was turning the bottle.
Yep.
But
we know it is Flat 12 Brewing because of the 12 on the bottle cap. So
nothing. A whole lot of nothing.
But Chris says that he gets discounted beers from the guy when they're not labeled or mislabeled. So thought we'd check this out. Why not?
Yeah, if anybody recognizes maybe a particular color cap for the style of beer that from these breweries, maybe someone can identify exactly what it is for us.
Chris believes it to be the porter. Well, we'll see. If we start pouring it out,
porter,
and
I'd like to know.
It ends up being blonde, then we'll know. Hey, it's not porter, but
porter.
Porter.
It's chocolatey, it's malty, it's coffee-y. So yeah,
and that's what the cap looks like. Flat 12 Brewing. Jeffersonville, Indiana.
So we can't, normally we spend a minute or two, reading.
Yeah, giving you the IBUs,
out.
the ABVs.
That ain't happening today, folks.
Yeah.
Not on season 3. This is season 3 now, by the way.
And if Flat 12 has more than one porter, we don't know which one this is. If it's Flat 12's only porter, then, we'll say, hey.
Hey!
Hey!
Oh! Over here. I just finished watching Sopranos for the first time.
The
whole 6 seasons.
So you've seen all seasons?
Now, yeah. It took like a month, but we made it.
Right up to the end.
And I haven't seen them before, so.
And you didn't stop believing, right?
I didn't stop believing. And it wasn't the finale I thought it was. But anyway, I've been picking up. Oh!
Forget about it. Let's hear your best gabagoo.
Gabagoo. I need practice.
Yeah, I lived in New York for 4 years. I still have no idea what the hell gabagoo is. So,
it's
right across the river from Jersey.
Trump phrase, maybe.
Still have no clue what gabagoo is.
Nice head on this.
Yeah, very nice.
Frothy, creamy. Looks fresh. Looks like
very, very, very dark. Very dark. As Tony says, light cannot escape it.
That's true. So yeah, how's what you would expect from a porter?
I'm getting nutty notes like almonds, coffee, maybe a little hint of cumin almost.
It's definitely nutty.
Cardamom,
roasty.
or there's some spice that's coming through. I'm not able to actually put my.
You're better at that. You've always been better at picking out spices. Like a spice rack, you could there could be 25 things in a spice rack, and he would find which one would be in a beer, a random beer. Much better.
Smells really good.
I use the same 6 words over and over. Roasty, nutty, dark.
A little bit of
Yeah.
coffee, a little bit of chocolate. I mean, everything you'd expect from a porter.
Yeah.
Little chocolate,
There's
cocoa
nothing
nuts,
surprising here. I mean,
yeah.
it smells like you would think. Nothing's really standing out like, oh, that smells like plums or something. No,
Yeah.
it's all here.
Alrighty then.
Shall we? Cheers.
Let's shell. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
And now after tasting and confirming, I believe Chris is right. I believe this was the porter.
This is dry, very dry.
It is dry. You're absolutely right. It's almost like
It's really
it's
dry.
almost like drinking scotch.
Yeah.
Where you get that really dry.
Yeah, I mean, initially, the alcohol burn is actually kind of coming up fast on this porter, which isn't, it's not a severe burn, but it's like, here, have some alcohol. It's very quick, and it's dry, man. Bone dry. Some malt coming on big time now.
Yeah, there's very malty, and the mouthfeel then is very. Honestly, it's the dryness removes any mouthfeel if there was one. If there was any kind of spikiness
Yeah, I
to
agree.
it, the dry is such that.
It's very outdoorsy. I don't know if that's the correct term I want to use, but it's almost like campfirey, woody.
Hey, we are in October, so
Yeah, we're
this would
October
probably
now,
be a good beer for that.
Yeah,
It's got enough of an alcohol burn to warm you up and a little roasty flavor to it.
yeah, this has fire pit in the backyard in early fall kind of going on here.
Going on the hayride, you know.
It's
bring
not
some of this
smoky.
along.
It's not smoky like a Rosh beer. I mean, it's not. It doesn't have that immense smoke like purposely, but it definitely has the malt combination that adds a little smoke to it.
I am getting a little bit low mouthfeel. Once you get past the dryness, there is kind of that just a slight spikiness afterwards.
Yeah.
Like you said, the alcohol burn comes on strong. Not that it's comes on early, not strong,
It's
but
early,
early.
yeah.
It's not an overly strong alcohol burn, but there is a.
I'd say for porter's pretty good. I mean, I'm always skeptical to open and try a beer that I have no information on other than a cap.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and honestly, if it had not come from Chris,
but
I
thanks
wouldn't
to
either.
Chris, yeah.
I really wouldn't have, but I trust Chris immensely.
Yeah.
So when he sends a beer without a label, I didn't think twice about it. I just thought, oh, what the hell, let's give it a shot. Some schmuck in a bottle store, though, I don't know if I would go,
Right.
yeah, sure, I'll buy that.
It's on a dusty shelf with a cobweb and a 99-cent sticker stuck on it.
Exactly, and you open the cap and a genie comes out.
The ghostly wind
Exactly, the
picks up.
demons.
Yeah, the Halloween spirit.
The girl from the ring comes out of your bottle.
Oh, you've got 7 days to drink this.
This is a good beer.
It's good.
If
It's
this
actually
is,
very satisfying porter. And I'm not a big porter fan. I think we've talked about that before.
I probably should have done my homework ahead of time. If this is Flat 12's only porter, then we're definitely saying Flat 12 makes a great porter. If this is
Right.
one of their porters,
One of their 2 or 3
unfortunately,
varieties.
we don't know which porter it is.
I would
so-
go out on a limb and say they're obviously not a large brewery as far as like national recognition of name. So it's probably a safe bet to say this is their one porter.
Yeah.
I think it's a safe bet. And if they have more than one, then there's probably 2, and there's a 50-50
Yeah,
chance.
like maybe they had a seasonal porter or a
Yeah,
special
there might be a
run or
year-round one, and then there
something
might
like
be a fall one where they're throwing something into it a little different. But very satisfying porter. I think you dark beer fans would seriously enjoy it.
And I think I could drink other Flat
See?
12 beers.
6 ounces
I
gone
think I could find myself
in 8 minutes.
If I found myself in Jeffersonville, I'd probably check out Flat 12.
Oh, absolutely.
This is an indicator of their beers.
Right,
I mean,
exactly. If this is our little sneak peek, then I think good things would await. Would promise. We would probably be in store for a good visit to a brewery.
So still
I like it.
tasting a little bit of the coffee, a little bit of the cocoa nubs, everything that you got in the aroma, you also get a little bit in the flavor, with the exception of that spice that I just can't pin down. I'm not really tasting it much, but I think sometimes there's the first nose and then there's the second nose. Honestly, I think when you first open it and you first pour it and the air first hits it, there's that one smell and it's just this gestalt of all these different things. And then as time goes on, it just kind of mellows out. So on the second nose, I don't really catch that spice so much this time around.
As I was finishing my last couple sips, I was trying to identify what kind of nut, because obviously most porters have some kind of nut element to them. Chestnuts.
I'm
because
because I thought maybe first almonds, but I think you're right.
Chestnuts.
Is,
Chestnuts seem to be kind of popping out to me for this beer a little bit. So.
As my friend Candy said, chestnuts smell like farts, and I actually do kind of get that slight fart.
Well, that was actually just me, right?
Well, yeah, I thought it was. in the air. But
yeah, there's some dog poop off camera. That's a breeze picked up. Wafted it in. What would you score this on tap, my man?
I would have to, since I'd have to give this at least a 3.75.
I think 4. I would probably give it a 4, which for me is for a porter is almost the ceiling. I don't know if I can go higher than. No particular reason. I just haven't had a porter that was like, I'm going to give this a 5 or 4.75. So,
well, this is a good porter. I'll just put it to you this way. It's a good porter. It's not, there's nothing exceptional about the porter. That's why I said 3.75.
I would kind of go almost like textbook. I mean, it's not going to, I don't think too many people will give it an A grade or a 5, but, respectable grades, I would say.
I know.
All around. Good to have you back, man. I mean,
thanks, man. And I appreciate my man here. He set up a GoFundMe page, helped me out, came up with some dough to pay off those medical bills. And believe me, folks, when you're not insured, those really rack up. Everybody wants a little piece of you. But I am making a comeback. Decided to do this. Last night, I emptied out the bank of videos that we had prior to the heart attack, some reserves that I had.
The lost episodes.
So this is actually season 3 of TigerSox, and volume 6 of Blue Collar Beer Gourmet will be starting tomorrow morning. So there'll be a new one there.
Look for that. And Nancy, the wife, is right off camera. So
there she is.
She's
honey.
over there. She's telling us to. She's
She's
making gestures, kind of like Charlie Brown in the Christmas play. When I make this motion.
Lights, please.
Please give that speech. Come on, Linus.
Born to you on this day is a porter beer in the land of Indiana, the home of Michael Jackson.
And I said, fear not.
For you are an unlabeled beer. All right, we're closing in on time. So until next time, drink good beer. Don't break the bank doing it. Thanks again, Chris.
Yeah, thanks.
The next 2 reviews are coming from our Hoosier beers as well.
Yeah,
so
we got more Hoosier beer.
And expect a box coming your way as soon as I'm a little more settled. But definitely, man, there will be a box coming your way.
Yeah, actually, speaking, to wrap that up, Tenaya Creek actually has, our favorite brewery here in Vegas, has a couple new releases since the time that you've been able to put together a box. So you might be, Chris might be getting a couple new Tenaya beers that are now in cans.
Right on. So. All right. Till next time.
Arrivederci. I'm going to Italy.
Indeed.